but we will get Trabzon soon, and that should end this war. And that's it. Okay, this was very smooth. Or at least I thought so. But shortly after ending the war, I get this message. Initially I pretend to ignore it like nothing happened. But shortly after unpausing the game, Romania does call the UK into the war. Okay, this is not okay. So as an overall recap, Romania joined the Allies if you end the war with Turkey while they are still a democracy, and if you reloaded the game after starting the war. There are 3 ways to prevent that. The first option is not to reload the game after starting the war with Greece, Turkey and Romania. Just continue until Romania is defeated. The second option is to defeat Romania first and then Turkey. Turkey is non-aligned, so they will not be able to join the Allies. The third option is to start the war a bit later or stall the war with Turkey until December 1937. At that point, Romania will no longer be a democracy and they will no longer be able to join the Allies. So you can use the usual strategy, defeat Turkey and then defeat Romania. Now, since I tried this strategy countless times before recording and this never happened, I decided to try to find out what caused the issue. So I entered the game with Romania, already at war with Italy, but shortly before the end of the war with Turkey, and I decided to see what could happen at this point. So first of all I checked with the UK to see if I could join their faction. And actually I cannot join their faction. As you can see, we only get a 60 positive against a 70 negative. And this is actually considering that we are a player. And as you can see in the positive modifiers, we have a plus 20 positive because Romania is a player. So when Romania is played by the AI, this should be even more difficult for them. Okay, then I thought, actually they do join the Allies after the end of the war with Turkey. So I decided to wait until Italy would end the war with Turkey to get to exactly the same point where in my game, playing as Italy, Romania joins the Allies and see what happens. Now Turkey goes down, Italy takes all of the Turkish land, and there are 2 differences. So if I go back to the United Kingdom and I ask to join faction, actually the situation is pretty much the same. They would still refuse. The positive increased from 60 to 65, but the negative is still more, and the positive is still affected by that Romania is a player. So again, as the AI, it should be impossible to join the Allies and the United Kingdom. At the same time, however, as soon as Turkey goes down, I noticed that as Romania, you get an invite to faction request from the United Kingdom. So despite the fact that they would not accept me in their faction if I ask them, they actually invite me to join their faction. If I do accept this message, I will join the Allies. So I decided to do one more test. I reloaded the same save to see what would happen with the United Kingdom. First of all, I went to Romania and I checked if I could invite them into my faction. And actually I cannot, but that's only because the war tension is not at 50% yet. I unpaused the game to see what would happen as soon as Italy defeats Turkey. And actually already before that, as soon as Japan starts the wars in Asia, I get the option to invite Romania into my faction. It says they would accept, the base of reluctance is only 20, and I can send the invitation. If I send the invitation, they will accept. Now, I found this a bit strange, because from the point of view of Romania, you cannot join the Allies, or at least it says that the UK would refuse, so the UK has to actively send the invitation. At the same time, however, Romania does not join the Allies until the end of the war with Turkey, so it doesn't seem to be related to the war tension. Or not only related to the war tension. Now, I am not sure if this was a bug of some kind, or if this is supposed to happen. What I can tell you, though, is how to prevent this from happening. So I checked one more time with Italy, and as soon as the war with Turkey is over, Romania does consistently join the Allies. There is no way, it seems, to prevent that if you reload the save game and defeat Turkey. Now here you can see that we are in the peace conference with Turkey, and as soon as I end the peace conference and I confirm, Romania will join the Allies. And then shortly after, they will call the UK into the war. At this point, what I was wondering is why did this never happen during my usual playthrough? And what I noticed is that I actually never reloaded a game after starting this series of wars. So what triggers this is reloading the game after starting the war. So if you reload the game before fighting, before starting the war with Romania, or after, there will be no issue. But if you stop the game and reload it during the war with Romania, it will trigger the invitation from the United Kingdom. I'm not sure if this is a bug or if this is supposed to happen, but that's what triggers it in the game. Okay, so there are three ways to prevent Romania from joining the Allies and calling the UK into the war. One way is simply not to reload the game. Of course, if you are playing in non-Iron Man, you can make a save just before starting these wars, and then if anything goes wrong, you can reload that save. Now, I understand that this is a bit risky though, because these wars may take some time, and you may not want to have to do it all over again. So at this point I started thinking, what about we go for Romania first and we leave Turkey for later? Will the same issue appear even if we defeat Romania and then Turkey remains the last nation to conquer? And no, the same issue will not appear in that case, so that's a possible and viable solution. And that is because Romania can join the Allies only because they are a democracy. And as a democracy they require less war tension to join the Allies. Turkey, however, is non-aligned, and as a non-aligned nation, they need at least 80% war tension in order to join the Allies. Thanks to that, if you decide to go for Romania first and Turkey later, you will not encounter this issue. How to do that? Well, I would say there are a couple of ways. You can call Yugoslavia into the war, you can make this front a bit bigger and harder to manage for Romania, and eventually you will be able to push here. It will be a bit more expensive in terms of units and time, but you will be able to push Romania nonetheless. Another option is you can try to take part of Turkey first, the part of Turkey that you need, so the straits, to pass with your navy, to send your navy across the straits, and then you can proceed with Romania as you would have normally proceeded. So you plan a naval invasion from Istanbul, from the coast of Bulgaria or Turkey, and the northern coast of the Romanian territories. And that way you defeat Romania and then you focus your attention on Turkey. If you just take Istanbul, the area here to defend is fairly small, so you don't need to leave too many units defending this front, and you can use the rest of your units to push Romania instead. What is another option, however? What if I wanted to go with the usual strategy? So what if I wanted to go for Turkey first, because it's easier, and then focus all of my divisions on Romania? Is there a way to do so? So if you wanted to go for Turkey first and then for Romania, but you want to be extremely safe and you don't want to risk Romania joining the Allies, what you can do is, if you check Romania, you will see that they have elections in December 1937. If you go historical, during this election there will be an event through a focus in Romania that will turn them into a non-aligned nation, so they will no longer be a democracy. After becoming non-aligned, they will require 80% war tension to join the Allies, so they will no longer be able to do that. So what you need to do is you just need to wait until December 1937 before actually ending the war with Turkey. You can do that either by waiting from the beginning, or you can push Turkey to the point where the war score is very high. This is maybe a bit risky, 99% is a bit too much, but you bring them into the 90%, and then as soon as Romania turns non-aligned, you push Turkey, you end Turkey, and then focus your attention on Romania. This is probably the safest strategy. It's a bit longer, because you need to wait until December 1937. Now let's test to see if it works. It's the end of November, and Romania is still a democracy. We're almost done with the war in Turkey. So now let's wait a couple of days and see what happens. As you can see, as soon as December starts, Romania is no longer a democracy, it's now non-aligned. Now we can end the war with Turkey. Okay, Turkey is done, and now we take everything from Turkey just as a test. We confirm. And as you can see, Romania does not join the Allies. They cannot join the Allies because as non-aligned, they need much more war tension than this. So now you can plan your invasion of Romania as usual from Turkey. Okay, that's it for this video. Hopefully this will be helpful for your games. Hopefully Romania will not join the Allies in the first place, but if it does, this is how to prevent it or to save this situation. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.